So a combination of the people that maybe she knew and you knew got combined with it.
Yeah.
Well,
What attracted you to the role of Ivan?
I just thought he was very real, super cool, someone we can all relate to, someone we can all vibe with. Ivan is just your typical definition of just an angsty teenager. He pretty much does what we all thought about doing whenever we were angry as a teenager. You know, he's kind of an exaggeration of those little moments where you're alone at home and you really just can't process anything, and you just don't know what life is giving you or where life's going to go. And I think Ivan is just a real solid representation of just like teen confusion and angst. And I just thought that was really cool, and I've definitely been there. I can relate to him, so I was super excited to play the role.
He kind of reminds me of Holden Caulfield.
One more time?
Kind of reminds me of Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye.
A little bit. I can see that. Yeah, just kind of reserved. Yeah, to himself. Cool. That's a nice reference right there. Nice.
Thank you.
I never thought of that.
How did you prepare for this role?
Oh man, spending a lot of time alone. I was doing a little bit of writing. Definitely, because Ivan, I'm a little bit of an outrovert where Ivan is an introvert, you know, so I definitely had to build on that and just work on not partying so much, not hanging out with my friends and stuff like that, really just zoning in and just spending some time alone and really touching in those dark corners of my mind and my heart and stuff like that. So just remembering losses and past experiences just really helped out to really create that just aloneness and sadness with Ivan.
What was your favorite thing about Ivan?
My favorite thing about Ivan is that although all these things are happening, he keeps an okay attitude. I mean, he blows up and stuff, but you know, there's parts of the movies where you see Ivan really put down his guard and kind of laugh and be sweet, and I really like those moments a lot with Ivan. It shows that even though he is really, really, really angry and separated from the rest of the world, he's still human, you know.
So you mentioned earlier that Ivan's more of an introvert and you're more of an extrovert.
Yeah.
So did you have any personal experiences that you used to develop Ivan?
Absolutely. Ivan's dealt with a lot of loss, and I have too, just with family members, and I definitely just touched on the loss of family members where, as you know, he lost his dad. I think it was heavily, at least the way I see it, I think his dad died. Actually, that's the way I saw it, and he was just lied to. So I think I just touched a lot on just like death and like aloneness and stuff like that, and that really helped out with it because, you know, I'm off screen, I'm just not like that, but I just, you know, you just gotta, like I said, just touching on those dark parts of the mind and the heart, just dealing with loss and pain and stuff like that. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hi, Vladimir. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
So you've directed a bunch of short films in the past, short documentaries as well. So this is this is your first feature film.
Right.
What was your biggest fear coming into this project?
Biggest fear that we're not going to be able to make what was on the script because we only had 13 days to shoot, which is crazy. But that was sort of the parameters of the film. It was from day one. It was like, this is what we have, and this is the only way we can make it. So that was my biggest fear. Like, can we actually make it into a feature-length film? And yeah.
What was the most rewarding part about working on this film?
The laughs. It's a dark movie, yet I don't know. I was sitting in the theater, and the few laughs felt so great, and so that was the most rewarding thing, honestly. I mean, other than meeting a lot of people, like having great human experiences and all of that, but from a sort of like filmmaking standpoint, sitting in a theater and hearing people laugh, and so like just creating an emotion, that's really exciting. Because the rest, like being sad or being moved or whatever, you don't necessarily see it or hear it, but a laugh is very communicative as well. So it was really fun.
What was it like working with the cast and crew?
Great. We improved a lot, so they were very natural. We were very natural, and as a result of that, and so it was a very joyful experience. They all became friends, and I think they had a lot of fun. I mean, I was sitting in the audience, and it was just like all about like pinching each other, laughing, and making fun of each other. So that was good.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
What attracted you to the role of Kelly?
I think it was more than the role, it was the film as a whole. I just thought that it was really truthful and honest and had something that really anyone who's gone through adolescence can relate to.
How did you prepare for the role?
I think I watched Kids because that was Nina and Vlad. We talked to them and the whole cast got together and we talked about the vibe that the film was kind of leaning towards and what they were pulling inspiration from. And we studied those films like Lords of Dogtown and Kids mainly.
Did you use any personal experiences to develop your character?
I did, definitely. I think just peer pressure on wanting to fit in and doing what everyone else is doing.
What was it like to work with the rest of the cast and crew?
Phenomenal. I think the whole cast, we're still really good friends and we keep in touch, and Nina and Vlad are the best directors I've worked with in a long time. They're amazing.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.